Shakira Biography. Best known for her scintillating belly dance moves in the video of the song Hips Don't Lie, Shakira is a highly successful Colombian pop artist who has sold over 70 million albums worldwide. Musically inclined from childhood, she wrote her first poem when she was just 4 and began dancing impromptu at a restaurant where groovy music was being played. She often used to sing and dance for her classmates and teachers at school and earned the nickname the Belly Dancer Girl. As a young teen, she began performing around town and caught the attention of local theater producer Monica Ariza, who introduced the talented young girl to Sony Colombia executive Ciro Vargas. She released her first album Magia when she was just 14. Though the album did not do well commercially, it gave the teenage performer much exposure. She received a breakthrough with her third album Pies Descalzos, which peaked at #1 in 8 different countries. She also earned several awards and nominations for the album and became an almost overnight star. Her success in Latin music propelled her to try her hand at English-language albums, and her first attempt at this genre, Laundry Service, went multi-platinum and is considered the most successful album of her career. Childhood and early life. She was born as Shakira Isabel Mebarak Ripoll to Nidia Ripoll and William Mebarak Chadid. She had several half-siblings from her father's previous marriage. An artistically inclined child, she started writing poetry as a 4-year-old and also loved to dance from childhood. She sang and danced to entertain her teachers and schoolmates and earned the nickname the Belly Dancer Girl. She was famous in her locality and was often invited to perform at various events. A local theater producer, Monica Ariza, arranged for Ciro Vargas, a Sony Colombia executive, to hold an audition for the teenager. Impressed, Sony Colombia signed her to record 3 albums. Career. Her debut album Magia was released in 1991. It included songs she had written since she was 8. The album did not do well commercially. Her second album Peligro was out in 1993. Even though this album performed better than its predecessor, still it was a commercial failure. After releasing this album, she took a break to attend classes and graduate from high school. She was back to the music scenario in 1996 with her third album Pies Descalzos. The album spawned 6 hit singles and received favorable reviews from critics. She went on the tour Pies Descalzos to promote her album. Her next album, Donde Están los Ladrones, was out in 1998. It featured Latin pop-style music with elements of rock and español. The album became of the highest-selling Spanish-language albums in the US with sales of over 7 million copies worldwide. She made her foray into the English-language market with the album Laundry Service in 2001. The album was characterized by Latin rock and Latin pop styles, and its lead single Whenever, Wherever topped the US Billboard Hot Latin Songs chart. Her Spanish album Fijación Oral, Volume 1 was released in June 2005. It was followed by the release of the English album Oral Fixation, Volume 2 in November the same year. The single Hips Don't Lie from the latter peaked at #1 on the US Billboard Hot 100 and became her signature song. Her album She Wolf was out in 2009. It featured a sound different from her previous work with elements of electropop, dancehall, and world styles. It was appreciated for its different appeal. In 2010, she sang Waka Waka, This Time for Africa, the official song of the 2010 FIFA World Cup with the South African band Freshly Ground. The song was a super hit. Sail El Sol, her most recent album, was released in 2010 in the wake of the success of the song Waka Waka. The album was critically acclaimed and was a worldwide commercial success. Major works. Her debut English album Laundry Service, featuring the lead single Whenever, Wherever, is her best-selling album till date with a worldwide sale in excess of 20 million copies. It went multi-platinum in several countries. The single Hips Don's Life from the album Oral Fixation, Volume 2 peaked at number 1 on the US Billboard Hot 100 and also reached the number 1 spot in 55 other countries. It became her signature song and is the best-selling single of the 21st century. Awards and achievements. She has won 2 Grammy Awards, Best Latin Pop Album, 2001, for MTV Unplugged and Best Latin Pop/Alternative Album, 2006, for Fajasin Oral Volume 1. She is the proud recipient of 8 Latin Grammy Awards including Best Pop Vocal Album in 2010 for Sale El Sol. Personal life and legacy. She was in a long-term relationship with lawyer Antonio de la Rua for several years before calling it quits in 2011. She is currently in a relationship with Spanish football player Gerard Piqué, with whom she also has a son. She is well known for her philanthropy and charitable works. She founded the Pais Descalzos Foundation in 1997, which funds special schools all over Colombia for poor children. Trivia. Beatles star John Lennon was her topmost influence. The former Miss Colombia, Valerie Dominguez, is her cousin.